So I love Stephen Sondheim a lot, and at the end of high school, I did something that you can't really do anymore, which is I went into a Broadway blog, and on this Broadway blog on my parents' AOL computer, somebody had posted Stephen Sondheim's address, and so I wrote down the address, and then I wrote Stephen Sondheim a gigantic letter, 2 pages, double-spaced, yellow legal pad, enormous, and I have terrible handwriting. I put the letter in the envelope and I mailed it away, and then I totally forgot about it. And then that fall, I went away to college. I went to Hamilton College, which is a small school in upstate New York. And it's freshman fall. I don't quite know if I belong yet. I'm trying to decide what I should do. Maybe I'll move home. I'll be closer to my family. That'll be better for me. And I come back from the fall break. I'm trying to make this decision. And I go to check my mail in the mail center, and there's nothing in my mailbox. But as I'm leaving, the woman behind the desk stops me. And she goes, "Wait a minute. Are you Gabe Mollica?" And I was just a freshman. I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "I have had something for you for weeks. I need to show you." And what she shows me is a large brown envelope. And if you notice at the top, it says, "Gabe, I have had this forever. Sorry, Tammy, parentheses, mail center." And so I love Tammy at the mail center because I open up this package, and inside is a signed headshot from Stephen Sondheim that says, "To Gabe Mollica with best wishes." And then he signed it. And then inside that is a letter written on a typewriter and hand-signed that says, "Dear Gabe Mollica, thanks for the note and thanks for the compliments." And so I'm holding this package and my hands are shaking. I start to show everybody in the choir. Who else am I going to show? Nobody gives a shit, but I'm so excited. This is the coolest day of my life. I'm so excited. I feel so amazing. And that night, a second very peculiar thing happens, which is that I'm about to fall asleep in my twin XL bed when I have the thought that the letter I wrote to him, the return address was my parents' house. But at the end of that letter, in the PS, I wrote, "And I think I'm going to study music next year at Hamilton College." Which means he read this gigantic letter, got all the way to the end, to the PS, saw the phrase Hamilton College, got somebody to look up the address, and mail it there. That's why he didn't have my mailbox number. That's why I almost didn't get it. And in that moment, I just remember thinking to myself, oh no, I think this means I have to stay. Stephen Sondheim thinks I live here. When Stephen Sondheim passed away, I was at a party out on Long Island filled with all married people. It's kind of like a deleted scene from Company, which is really just a joke to see who this next part is for. And I got the push notification that he had passed away, and I knew right away, I was like, I'm going to get emotional. And the reason I knew I was going to get emotional is it's not because we never met. It's not because I wanted another musical from him. The reason I knew I was going to get so emotional, I just couldn't escape this feeling where I was like, oh, no one is ever going to get their first letter from him ever again. And so I leave the party. I creep down to my parents' Hyundai, which I had borrowed to go to this party. I haven't said goodbye, but I slip into the car. I turn my key in the ignition. And as I do, my therapist from college calls me on the phone. You know how much you have to talk about Stephen Sondheim? 12 years ago, therapy for a mental health professional. Call you on the phone. And I knew why he was calling. I picked up, I was like, David, I can't believe he's gone. And so I know I love Stephen Sondheim a lot, because as soon as we hung up the phone, my sister called me. That's my time. Thank you so much. Bye.